Tua Tagovailoa is going against every quarterback in the NFL. We have 3 tiers today: better than Tua, worse than Tua, and Tua himself. We're going to debate every QB, see whether or not they're better, worse, and there's going to be some easy ones and some hard ones today. So sit back, relax, let's get right into it. Aaron Rodgers is going to be worse than Tua. 40 years old, past his prime. I would rather have Tua even for one season, not to mention like who I'd rather have for the face of the franchise. It easily is going to Tua. Anthony Richardson is going to go worse than Tua. Hasn't really shown anything in the NFL. I think he has the potential to be better than Tua, but we really haven't seen him show his potential. And by the way, guys, this video concept was inspired by Wyatt's World. He did this with Trevor Lawrence. I decided to pick Tua to be the guy that represents today's video, but if you want to go check him out, his link will be in the description. We have Baker Mayfield up next. He's going to go better than Tua. He's a top 10 QB in my eyes, while Tua is not a top 10 QB. Pretty simple there. Bo Nix is hard because we've only seen one season out of him, but I think that season has me give him the faith to put him above Tua, if that makes any sense. I think Bo Nix is going to be a better quarterback for my team than Tua, just because I like his ability to complete tougher passes more. I like that he can stay in the pocket, make something happen, but also be a field general. I think he's still pretty underrated for how good of a season he had at the second half of the year, so I'm actually going to take him above Tua. Brock Purdy, this is tough. I think Tua is a bit more talented than Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy has done a lot more than Tua. Tua has the better stats in terms of like yards and touchdowns. I'm going to go Brock Purdy. Whether you like it or not, he's been to a Super Bowl, multiple title games in the NFC, and Tua just hasn't had the success in the playoffs for me to put him above Brock Purdy. Bryce Young up next. I want to put Bryce above Tua. I really do. I don't hate Tua. I just really like Bryce Young as a person, as a quarterback. I want him to do well. But for now, he has to go below. Has just not done nearly as much as Tua in the NFL. And it's kind of unfair to say, oh, half a season of a pretty good Bryce Young is better than Tua's whole career. That's not true. Caleb Williams, this is coming from a Bears fan, by the way, so I'm gonna try to put my bias aside. I think easily Caleb has a better outlook in terms of his future than Tua, but we're doing this as of right now. Who is better? I think Tua is better than Caleb right now. Hopefully by the end of next season, coming from a Bears fan again, so that's why I'm saying hopefully by the end of next season Caleb's better, but for now it goes to Tua. Same thing with Cam Ward. Hasn't played a snap in the NFL. We just don't know what he's going to be. He's kind of a mysterious QB where I want him to do good. I think he has the ability to do good, but he doesn't have a great team around him, unlike some recent QB draft picks that have had better teams around them. And he is likely going to struggle a bit because his play style at Miami doesn't fully translate to the NFL, so he's gonna need to just adapt to the NFL a bit, but obviously worse than Tua as of now. CJ Stroud is better. He's a top 10 QB in my eyes. I don't think this is really a debate even. After his rookie year, CJ Stroud stopped the whole worse than Tua allegations, and that was when Tua threw for 4,600 yards, so that was how good CJ Stroud was that year. Kirk Cousins is not a starter, which is kind of sad because I really like Kirk Cousins, but Michael Penix season. Dak Prescott is better. People like to hate on Dak Prescott, but in my opinion, he's very close, if not a top 10 quarterback. I don't think I put him in my top 10 because he was hurt last year. We don't know how he's going to come back. Assuming he can get to his usual 4,000 yards, 30-plus touchdown season, it's better than Tua. Daniel Jones is also not a starter. but Jaden Daniels is, and he is better for sure than Tua. He is the best QB we have gotten so far. Nearly top 5 in my opinion. I think I have 6, maybe 7 guys ahead of Jaden Daniels at the QB rankings right now. Sam Darnold is tough. It's really hard to rank a guy that was looking like a bust for his first 4 to 5 seasons and then randomly just has an MVP type of year. And Tua, we can't act like that 2023 season he wasn't an MVP candidate, because he was in the race for a while, and I think he was a nominee or close to it. So they both have had one really good year and otherwise not so great careers, but not bad careers. I think I have to put Sam Darnold worse, just because I've seen more good seasons from Tua than I have from Sam. It's different from Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix and CJ Stroud, because they have come out firing, and from their first, whether it be just their first season or their first 2 seasons for Stroud, they both have shown that they can be great even in the clutch. And Sam Darnold has not shown that he can be great in the clutch, not to mention that he was written off, was called a bust, same thing as Baker Mayfield. He needs to prove it again in Seattle this season for me to put him above Tua, or for me to consider it. Now for the Browns QB, I think I'm going to rank 3 Browns QBs in this. It really doesn't matter, because they would all go below Tua. I'll put Shador in for now, say he's worse because we haven't seen him play. The rookies are automatically going to go worse than Tua. And assuming Kenny Pickett's the starter, he'd be one of the worst starters in the league, easily worse than Tua. That's not a debate. Joe Flacco, if he starts, is also worse than Tua. Just past his prime, not what he used to be, and that's okay. He's serving his role in Cleveland, mentoring the younger guys, filling in for now, but he's not better than Tua. Drake May, if I put Caleb below Tua, I'm not going to put Drake May above Tua. I think him and Caleb and Bryce Young will all be above Tua by the end of next season, but this is right now, and I think Tua has shown way more than all 3 of those guys. The difference between them and Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, is that they made the playoffs, and one of them even went on a deep run. Tua has not gone on a deep run, so that's my logic. Geno Smith, this is a good one. I mean, you could go either way. Honestly, you guys might say it's Glaze, but I'm going Tua. Sure, Geno Smith had a few really strong years in Seattle, but Tua, in my opinion, is just way more of a dynamic quarterback. He can give you the good yards, he can give you a lot of touchdowns, and as good of a story as Geno Smith was, it's not gonna be something that we say, oh, he's top 10, he's top 15. Maybe 2 years ago he was top 10, top 15. Right now, I just don't think he's there. I think it was more of a one-year wonder than just him being a really good quarterback. Jalen Hurts is the best QB we've gotten so far. Top 5 QB in the league, no doubt, in my opinion. Not even an Eagles supporter. I just think Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl MVP. He scores many rushing touchdowns on his legs, of course, because it's a rushing touchdown. Some people like to say, oh, tush push. I don't really care. He's better than Tua. Funny enough, Tua replaced him in the Alabama National Championship game. For the Giants QB room, which is another awkward one because there is a few guys that can start. Let's say it's Russ. He's worse. Jameis Winston is worse. Jackson Dart is worse. If any of them start, they right now are worse than Tua. So let's just move on. JJ McCarthy, I'm going to put worse than Tua just because we haven't seen him play a regular season NFL game yet. So he automatically has to go worse than Tua. Jared Goff is better. I don't know why I put him at Tua. He is better than Tua. Top 10 QB in my opinion. Great stats the past few seasons. Yes, he's had great offensive coordinators, but that doesn't take away from the fact that Jared Goff has been a 4,000-yard guy pretty consistently since joining the Lions, and 40-plus touchdown guy. So I'm going to put him above Tua. Sorry if there's a little bit of like mic issues right now. I'm moving around a bit. Joe Burrow, better, best QB we've gotten so far. In my opinion, he's the best quarterback in the NFL. Maybe not the best player, best quarterback in my opinion. Jordan Love, I'm going to put Jordan Love above Tua. I think it's fair to say that Jordan Love has done more in his NFL career than Tua has. More playoff wins, in my opinion, has done more with less. I think Tua has had better weapons, but Jordan has still done more. So I think it's fair to say that Jordan is better than Tua. Next up, we have Josh Allen. Obviously, worse. No, okay. He's obviously better than Tua. Same division. Josh Allen beats him twice a year, every year. No doubt goes to Josh Allen. Justin Fields, as a Bears fan, Fields is a former Bears quarterback. I want him to do great things with the Jets. It's going to go to Tua. And you guys might think, oh wow, Tua is way better than I thought. And people hate on Tua, but he's underrated, man. He is underrated. He gets too much hate. Herbert is better. Herbert is better than Tua, though. Pretty self-explanatory, just better stats, better career from the same draft class, more success overall, although they both have 0 playoff wins. Just remember that number, 0. Kyler Murray, ooh, that's tough. I didn't even think about that before going into this. Kyler or Tua? I mean, they're both not the most consistent. They both have pretty glaring weaknesses. I gotta go Kyler better than Tua. That's a tough one. That's probably the hardest one we've had so far. I just think Kyler and his ability to get out of the pocket. I love his, scrambling ability, the deep ball accuracy. I just think he has a better ceiling than Tua. Tua's a bit of a better passer, but that one's tough. You could go either way. Lamar Jackson, no debate. I don't even have to say anything about Lamar. Same thing with Mahomes. These two guys, MVP every single year. Just no debate there. Stafford, same thing. It's not as much of a no debate as, the Lamars and the Patrick Mahomes of the world. But still, top 10 QB. In my opinion, the Rams are a Super Bowl contender this season. No doubt in my mind they can make an NFC Championship game or a Super Bowl. Michael Penix Jr., we've only seen him play 2 games. I have a joke in my upcoming short that Michael Penix is the best lefty in the NFL. Tua is obviously better, but that short is coming out soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And now Tua is going to be able to go on a run as this video is going to come to a close. Because whether it's Rattler or Shaw, I'm going to give it to Shaw. He's worse than Tua. Trevor Lawrence, in my opinion, is going to be worse than Tua. Maybe if he has a great season this year, I'll put him above Tua. But I think he's worse as of now. Is there anybody else? And these are all backups. I mean, maybe Jalen Milroe has a chance. Maybe if Kirk Cousins was, in his prime, he would be better for sure. But overall, I'm going to do the counting. And obviously, the betters have less than the worst. But I'm just going to count it up, make sure what the numbers are. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So technically Tua is like middle of the pack quarterback, but since we threw in like quarterback competitions like these 3 together or these 2 together, we have some rookies in there, some second year guys that might pass him. Overall, this wasn't the greatest video for Tua, because I mean at least 5 of these guys are right there with Tua and can pass him soon. So Tua needs to prove himself a bit more. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.